Do we use a trach or not? That's a big decision for Stace and I. Daunting and scary, really, to say the least. But eventually, with the ALS, the biggest issue was breathing.
Looking good. Dapper Dan. Hey, now.
First time I saw him was walking down the hallways at West Point. We were both students.
I could tell him.
You got a pretty helper.
And I thought to myself, my God, is he good looking? And then we met a couple months later at Eisenhower Hall.
Met in summer school with a bunch of rockheads. She's a basketball player, I'm a football player. We hit it off right away.
We trained together. We rappelled off of cliffs together. I ran behind him in formation. He led with his physicality.
Wow, look at that. I have no doubt she was the woman for me.
Do you like that, or do you want?
Go straight.
You want straight?
Meeting her there was the most important thing I ever did.
It's a big bite.
The week after I graduated, we got married. And they whisked us off to Germany. We started a career in the Army.
I actually had a former drill sergeant as a 4th grade teacher. He actually turned on the television and he explained it to us, and it really didn't sink in. And my mom rushed to the school, pulled us out, and actually sat down and explained to us, and it still wasn't clicking. And then my dad left, and I think that's when it clicked.
We're one of the first units to deploy into Afghanistan.
I knew that he was going to fight for our freedom and for a better cause, but I could find myself not really thinking about it at the time because I was worried about the well-being of what he left behind, my mother.
With the Army taketh away, the Army giveth back. So they would take him away for anywhere from a 3-month deployment to a year. We did a 15-month deployment. It's excruciating.
It was hard because we would have to depend on each other, and my mom always leans on my dad a lot. And so when he wasn't there, you could see her crumble a little bit, and we just would count down the days till he got home.
Chuck really couldn't see himself other than being an airborne ranger infantryman. After 4 deployments, I was kind of like, there's more to life out there. Let's go out and check it out. And then he put his name out in the hat, interviewed him for a couple jobs, and they offered him a position right away into this great company, and they put him out in the field. For 2 weeks, he traveled around the country, meeting all of his guys, and came back to me and he said, Stacy, he's like, I have troops again. This is amazing, and we're gonna do great things. And for the first time, we were like, wow, okay, we see a transition to the rest of our lives. And about 6 months later, he was diagnosed with ALS.
I think the hardest thing in ALS is being a burden. Being a burden on your family. Always having to ask for help. That's a hard thing for an Army Ranger.
The disease has taken away something from him every day. And he's different. He's different now. He still is spectacular, even more spectacular in a lot of ways because of what he's overcoming and the obstacles and how he's doing it with such beauty and grace, but he's different.
Maybe this voice will sound familiar to you. Maybe this voice will sound familiar to you. I know that's my voice. How do you feel about that?
It warms my heart because that's I can hear the softness, your inflection. I can hear your personality in there. It means everything.
It's pretty real.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll get out your hair. You just have to keep moving forward. I was on an airplane traveling from God knows where, and I sat next to this gentleman, and I don't even know why I started talking to him about everything. It was hard for me to talk about it at first. I told this guy what was happening in our lives, and he's like, my brother-in-law has ALS. And he said, whatever you do, just keep him moving. Keep him going forward.
This is not about just surviving. It's about actually living every day with this dreadful disease and having a smile on your face. So what do you have ALS? Now what? What do you do with that? You come home, you lock the door and die, pass away? What do you do? You gotta keep moving every day. Keep fighting every day. We gotta be an advocate. We gotta figure out how we defeat this disease together. How many people invest in you over your life? Your parents, your teachers, friends, your coaches. Don't you owe them the fight too? I think I do. I know I do.